Hello, and welcome to part 2 of our Archmage Void War run. We've had some suggestions, some advice that would have been fantastic if we could somehow lean back in time and use it in the last part. The displacement emitter we were using could have forcibly transported the treasure vaults from enemy ships onto our ship, but alas, I wasn't to know that, so I just sold it. Oh well, what I can do is rename our crew. It's Jonah. There's Ray. And then I think we have a specific call for the Imperial. You know, the keyboard actually worked. There we go. A couple more I think we could put in. I don't know if anyone wants to be the little Blightling. It seems a little bit mean-spirited. Not long for this world, I'd think, given 10 HP. So if someone desperately wants to be a Blightling, let me know. Otherwise, I'll leave that. We'll do instead. Yeah, and then the other one was... Oh, another one. Yes, we do. Yeah, there's everyone named. Okay, so Sector 3. We desperately need more guns. So that I saw that immediately. That's what we're definitely aiming for. Hopefully build enough scrap up by the time we get to that point to make use of it. And then we already have our beloved Claymore, so we can go for the Shaman, which sells Psychomancies, which is good as we have a whole bunch of slots and not just being empty right now. So that's perfect. We'll go down the Galactic South. Ooh, interesting. Planetary Assault Ruins or the Major Threat. I can beat major threats. We managed one last part, but I think because we're in the Infernal Sea, yes, I'm going to presume that's that horrid necrophage one that's just almost impossible to beat. So I'll get to about there and decide how strong our ship is and what I feel I can pull off. You pass through a deep space region affected by a massive rift storm. The chaotic energy of the rift distorts the surroundings, but the space remains barren. You move on. You discover the drifting hulk of a large starship. It looks as if it has been battered for decades by violent tides of subspace energy. A strange glow emanates from within the hulk. Investigate. You investigate the hulk but find nothing unusual. The strange glow seems to have mysteriously vanished. Okay, that's 2 jumps with nothing. This is a terrible run. Please have something happen. There we go. Within seconds, your sensors detect a hostile vessel. Its hull geometry shifts subtly as it reorients towards you, and your threat systems immediately spike. You are operating in a collapsed harmonic range. Earth 1 stability must be preserved. They've got 2 shields, 2 shots, 1 shot, 1 shot. Okay, so they absolutely can get through. Oh no, that's a beam weapon? Yes, the beam. So these 2 could crack our shields, then the beam can do some nasty damage, so we need to hit them. In that case, I think it's sensible to... I could just put both of these into... I contemplated firing both into their weapon systems, but I think I have to do it this way. What I can also do, as I'm not taking any damage, I'm going to start manning the Claymore. And doors aren't that important as we're not being boarded, so let's run someone over to man the missile to get charged faster. A very low HP, so just 1 good missile here is worth its weight in gold. Did I just cancel the... I cancelled my own attack. I'm a genius. Photon cannon just squeezed its attack off on time, which is irritating. Oh well. Still charging our weapons. Here we go. And then what do we think? This is still a threat, so I'll have to target this. Yep, our shields are down. And we bounced off there, so no damage. We do have the missile up now. We've got to fire 1 into it and sincerely hope this lands. It does amazing damage if it does. Excellent. Their weapons are basically inert. I'll wait for 1 more volley of the Fusillade and Soul Spears and we should be good. Hitting this. In fact, I could be clever. Let's wait for the Soul Spears to be ready. I file those into the shields, which then make it much easier to do the last pip of damage with the Fusillade. As things stands, it may not go my way. Trying to photon me. They're going to bounce off for a while. And this one, again, I'm not too threatened, so let's just take shields out. Goes the first soul spear. That drops them to 1 shield. This is probably good enough now. I'll put it right there as we have good odds of hitting extra systems. Okay, that one will still miss. Never mind. We got them anyway. 29 scrap. Your sensors detect an unusual signature left behind by the enemy ship. Approach the signature. You trace the signal to a sealed storage vault housing a starship weapon unlike any you've seen. Compact, refined, and clearly built with advanced engineering. Photon Beam 2 does not affect shields, so it's a beam weapon. So again, it's going to struggle to help us get through shields. But what we can do now is we can use the fusillade and our soul spears specifically to take shields down, and then the photon beam can hit through the enemy line. Takes 2 to power stations. I haven't got... Oh yeah, I removed the engine power just to use that. Shall I upgrade my weapons immediately to make use of this? Hull damage per hit 1, and it has a chance to stun enemies. Well, if I could synergize that with some form of boarding, that would be nice, but we don't have that option. Yeah, reports of cognitive impairment. So it's a beam weapon with a special stun effect. Would probably prefer a pure damage version. I think I can limp around these battles without upgrading yet. I'll hold on to the shop. You come across an Imperial warship locked in combat with an unknown enemy. You consider getting involved, but a quick glance at your console shows high levels of toxic gases flooding the area. Subspace-infused toxins ignore the laws of reality and cannot be fully protected against by conventional means. Any sort of ship-to-ship action here would be exceedingly dangerous. Try to help the Imperials, try to attack the Imperials, or stay hidden. Let's... What are we? We're a mage, let's help the Imperials. You fire a few shots in the direction of the Imperial ship's mysterious assailant. Unfortunately, visibility is poor, and your long-range sensors have gone haywire with strange interference. The clouds of toxic gases seem to grow thicker. A few moments pass, and both the Imperial ship and its attacker disappear into the fog. You try searching for them, but it's no use. You are alone. Far too many non-events. Sensors detect a death cult vessel pursuing a raider ship. The raiders seem to be making a particular effort to avoid entering the nearby rift storms. Attack the cultists, attack the raiders, or evade. Let's attack the cultists. Hello, cultists. You attack the death cult vessel. They have their own big scary saber missile, slightly smaller than the claymore, a 2-shot storm cannon, and 2-shot putrefactor. That is a severe threat to my vessel. So I think what I'll have to do, I can put the soul spears into both their weapon systems. That should relatively knock them out. I'll have to wait for the fusillade to charge and try. We're being noxious gassed. If it hits one of these two, that's annoying. It's going for us, that's fine. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. Oh, we're going to have a whole bunch of undead spawned on our ship. Fine, it gives our combatants something to do. Boom, okay, so that's 1 gun off, which is good. So the putrefactor alone can't get through our shield, so we're okay. And then the missile bay is only slowed down, not stopped, so I'm probably going to have to take some damage here. Depends if I can dodge the missile. What does it do? 2 damage per shot. Ouch, it's going to hurt. Should I start charging this now in that case? Don't really have the spare energy. Could drop my life support for 1 round and then fire it and then put life support back on. Seems risky, but I think it's worth it. Here comes the missile and some adds. We have healing, so we're okay in that regard. Yeah, we got undead. Let's vent the room. 2 damage from the missile. I know, I can't stop it. Okay, you can help with... I'd rather leave doors as they are. Okay, well, they're leaving there to come fight us. That's alright. Fusillade is ready, but they have shields. Let's just try this anyway. Of those two, I'm more threatened by the missile, I think, so we'll hit that one. Is there enough strength in here to win? Yes, once I get the forces in here. We're going to be poisoned. Deal with it. Yeah, they die almost immediately, but we get horribly poisoned for our efforts. I'm going to move the husk away as his low HP pool with the threat of death. I missed the fusillade shot. That's going to be a problem. And then we're okay. Let's return to stations, except you need to heal. They'll take some poison damage, but I'll live with it. I'll heal later. Here comes another missile that I can't stop. Great. He's dying, but will survive the poison, so we're okay. Unless, of course, this missile hits me. No, we're alright. Another 2 damage. This one might be so scary I have to run away. I think I'll take too much damage here. Hang on. Just want my missile to fire into what? 2 damage or 2 damage. They'll throw out more probably from the missile system. So it would be nice to disable this. Here comes the putrefactor. Now my weapons are gone, so I can't shoot. I should probably run away. This is far too damaging. Oh, he's poisoned now. I have to do this to save him. Means they aren't going to heal. But there's a shop after this, so we'll heal to full strength. Let's just jump away. This is taking too much of my life. But if I fire one more missile, it will technically kill it. So can I wait a few seconds to pull that off? Or are we going to run out of oxygen before I can? Hang on. Okay, I could do it now. I can jump. So what I could do is swap over. Hang on. Yeah, I can jump at any time. So if I wait another 5 seconds or so and see if that missile hits, if it does, we win and we're okay. I think the oxygen will last just long enough to justify it. We'll probably take one more missile from them before we get out of here. Come on. There it is. Okay. 15% chance to win. Just hit something. Missile is away. Put the engines back on. Bonk. Got him. Nice. We are still poisoned and I've used the heal already. Will we survive this? It's going to be close. Perhaps if I jump before we go down, that's okay. The ship is torn apart. 7 munitions, so I could spam claymores. Or 2 DPS to all Raider Outlaws, of which we have none, so that one. And an extra 29 scrap. The Raider vessel hails you. Aft Fath Get Dapleb. I'm not sure what it says, but the Raider vessel ejects some salvage out of the airlock. I imagine if we had an actual Raider on board, they'd be able to translate. If I jump now, I get healing, which saves the poor husk. Excellent. Reports circulate of an ominous presence that leaves vessels filled with reanimated corpses in its wake. Be wary, traveller. Trade guns, please. Thank you. Okay. Need a lot of healing, but first, Corruption Beam, which is poison, the Graviton Cannon, which is only 1 shot, or the Heavy Ion Lance. Lances are interesting where they allow us to knock out. They start charged. I get 2 charges per jump, so you can fire it automatically and then try and instantly knock out the enemy systems. It only costs 1 power as well, so it's pretty good. I think that's worth a try. And then here I need healing. How much do I want? Probably not too much, as I want scrap to upgrade. And that's all I really need. Yeah, I know I'm dying. We're fine. Heal. Let's move over to someone else who can benefit from the heal. Get out of the way. So this one will now heal to full when we jump. So let's move this one in. Oh, well, that lasts no time at all. There we go. Okay, now what I need to do badly is upgrade the weapon systems themselves so I can use these. That's a start. I can use the heavy ion. It allows me to knock out their shields and then I can hit them with stuff. In fact, the first volley could probably be knock the shields out, then photon beam. Photon beam won't start charged, of course, so I have to wait 18 seconds. It's even longer than the fusillade. But the ion damage is 5, so those shields are down hard, and then we can swap around. And then once I can, I'll power this as well. A vault that I have no means of accessing. Brilliant. Intruders detected. We have a single skeleton on board, fighting a husk who is going to win because skeletons are bad. Just in case, I'll take the edge off for you. We're being terror amplified, so we're about to be stunned. That's annoying. Where's the stun going, though? Into the weapon systems. Okay, it slightly slows down charge time. It's fine. Can't do anything about this, so we'll wait. Their weapons are kind of scary, though, so let's use this to knock those out. The weapon stables. The heavy ion will hit their shielding, so those will be gone, and then I'll swap to the photon beam could just do damage for me. These two will probably shoot before I'm done. There you go. Okay, they're down, good, and the photon beam is nearly there. Now it is. Lance their shields. Bonk, shields down, and then we can beam. How long is the beam? It's a very long one. Good. I can hit quite a few systems. Only 1 damage, though. What is the priority? Well, if I can hit their shields, that would be great. Stops them from coming back up. And the heart as well, so they can't regenerate. Can I be greedy and get their weapons, shields, and heart? Yes, piece of cake. I have to angle it better, hang on. Don't think I'm actually touching the shield system. That's perfect. Decent. No doubt, even if I destroyed their crew, it wouldn't matter because they just get... They're a demon vessel, they can never be decrewed. Now we wait to finish them. Another stun on its way, that doesn't matter. And then this could, in theory, get fire through, but it'll... Miss. Thought so. Just waiting for the photon beam to charge. There we are. Oh, look, it's almost as if we have a real weapon that can actually shoot things. Amazing, isn't it? More demons. We have an intruder. We have a hungerer. Bit more of a threat. Are you rushing straight for my Archmage, who can easily crush you in a fight? Hello, you're a demon, so you also get extra DPS. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And extra DPS in medium room, so you're going to disappear instantly. They have all the weapons, as well as a terror missile that does damage to me, so one shot, one shot, one shot. If I knock out just one weapon system, I'm safe, so let's do this and this. That gets rid of their offensive capacity. Hunger is gone. Go back to your piloting so you can dodge stuff. A whole bunch of things are firing at me all at once, apparently. The terror amplifier again. I don't know what that was. Bing, bing. Good, they're down. Now I'm safe. I'll go ahead and eye on their shields in a second. Whoosh. It missed. Great. Wait another 25 seconds. That is the problem. Now there's nothing the photon beam can do. We're just stuck here. We are safe though. Well, until the missiles are now active again. I can't pass through shielding. Eventually the terror missile is going to fire and it's going to do a point of damage. I can't stop it. Whoosh. Miss again. 225%. It's not likely. As a consequence, I'll hit it. If I wasn't hit, I could then beam this, but no such luck. Enjoy your point of damage. Oh, and that's going to hurt as well. Oh, did the missile miss? No, the missile's the one that hit us. Of course it is. Why am I not? And the heavy lance is now out of charges, so I can't even fire it. This all of a sudden became a massive headache. Okay, I think I need to... If I hit shields with both soul spears, I can then use the photon beam to pass through. These at least can't miss. Shields are... Wow, still up even with 2 hits. So they have 3 tiers of shields. No, I can't get through at all. Would the fusillade be more effective? Well, I have enough charges for... Fire single claymore missile and try and get through faster. Yeah, it's just... I'm going to... Every time that fires, I'll take another 1 damage every 18 seconds. They aren't synergizing their weapons enough to actually get through. If they fired them all simultaneously, they'd get me, but not that smart. Okay, let's stop. Honestly, I want to stop their missiles from hitting me. They're really quite annoying. Let's hit that. Or should I just go for shielding, and then that will allow me to beam them instantly? Oh, they might have finally got a shot through. Nope, shields came back up in time. Here comes the missile, which lands immediately and stuns us. I land mine in exchange, which is good, so battle over. Scrap and munitions. So you've seen the downside to these lances. Once they run out of charges, what's the point? Start fixing things. I could do maybe is trying to invest in... How much do I need? 85 just to get the weapon tier to the point where I can actually turn them all on. And then I need another 45 just to power them, so 130 to do everything I want. We're not really there right now. Suppose I could take power out of shields if I was really desperate. Give myself the option. I'm more curious if I'm more intent to hit things then. You approach a small outpost. While the exclusion zones are ostensibly a deserted sector of space, numerous enterprising outcasts nevertheless manage to eke out a living from vessels wandering the region. The outpost invites you to dock and trade. Oh, there's a random shop here. Okay. I just spent all my scrap, so what's the point? They have some fantastic weapons I can't equip. They would have been great for us as we're all missing weapon slots. So yeah, bad news. That was the worst possible time to do that. I can't do anything unless I sell things, which I'm not going to do. Held on one more jump, I would have been able to make use of it. Hello, fellow photoner. Your sensors pick up what appears to be a survey vessel of unknown origin. Its communication arrays are clearly non-standard. Hail the vessel. We hail the vessel and receive a response within moments. Transmission acknowledged. This is a Class 4 survey operation under Directive 747. Your vector intersects a restricted zone. Adjust course by 0.39 radians to avoid contamination. Adjust course, maintain present course, or request more information. Could you tell us what's going on? They respond, inquiry rejected. Persistence will result in vector suppression. So if I don't adjust course, I get to fight them. They have a 3-shot photon cannon and then a beam. So that can get through my shields and then the beam will hit me. A bit unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about it. What's the charge time? 18 seconds, which is longer than the lance, so that'll fire first. Although the beam will fire first, fail to get through my shields, and then this will fire after, and then I maybe take a single point of damage, which is not the end of the world, and then I can easily just beat them after that. So maintain course. You ignore directive and maintain course. The survey vessel is hostile and immediately opens fire. Good. Thank you for opening fire. What do I want? The beam or the fusillade? The fusillade charges faster, but this is more guaranteed damage given they have dodge chance. I can't power it because I'm missing a point of power. Don't take your engines off, obviously, that's silly. Really need to buy an extra point of power when I have a second. I'm currently eating into my oxygen supply just to shoot guns. I have soul spears, so I can even knock out their shields as well. Sorry, weapons. Photon charge and then stun them. Should disable their weaponry. Brink. There we go. Well, that's still active somehow. I'll have to go through that with the laser beam. They're about now. Okay, do we land? First shot, 15% chance. We get it, good. Okay, let's laser beam them quickly before they hit us. How many systems can I hit if I hit their weapons and shields? I could forego the weapons. It's kind of silly to do that though, they are a priority. Looks like 3 or maybe 4 if I position it correctly. I can catch that room as well. That is 4, yes. They're all stunned as well. One of these is going to hit. Yeah, suck it up. Otherwise we're fine. I could claymore missile them, but it seems a waste. I can just wait for another tier of photon beam and we've won. Don't know how long the ion will last though. Is it long enough to keep it down until I fire the beam again? Yes. Oh yeah, life support. Don't forget about that. Turn that back on, please. 32 scrap. Can I get some power? Thank you. I can have both of those active and, you know, not be dying. Claymore on as well. That's probably what actually cost me. I shouldn't have that active at the same time. With one more power point, I can activate the fusillade. I should probably, I think I was told in the past that loadout-wise, you can put the in order of priority. This is how they get turned off, so keep the beam on as long as possible. Another missile vessel. Okay, a techno-cult ship emerges from a nearby rift storm and begins shooting immediately. Right. Combat husks, 2 shots, 3 shots. This does ion damage, but no hull damage. So the biggest threat by far are the actual weapons. So let's soul spear those. This and this. Give it a second. I have no weapons charged. I'm a moron. Okay, maybe you want to actually start powering those. Comes the ion straight into my cockpit. That's fine. Now that the storm cannon's down, am I safe? You can keep ioning me all you want. I don't care. As long as you don't hit the important ones. It's a baby ion anyway. Lance is up. Let's go. Shielding. Pink. 5 ion. Now what do I want to hit? I could hit all of those. That's pretty good. Machine priests surrendered and beg for their lives, but something is wrong. New figures emerge from the shadows and begin chanting in some foul tongue. Dark energy wisps across the deck, depositing throngs of nightmare creatures. We have a whole bunch of intruders, particularly these blood golems are going to be a problem. We did good damage to them. Where are they? There's one there. Fleshlings are, as we know, pretty sad. That Necromancer would lose a fight with a husk of all things, which is embarrassing, so I need to deal with you and you. I can easily deal with them myself. Just vent this room and start starving them of oxygen. Oh, there's a thrall here as well. It's going to start hurting a bit more. Still okay. Down, down. This one's coming to meet us. Down. Yeah, everyone else has already cleared their opponents. Has it only just started charging? What's going on? He'll pop through here in a second. My sensors are off. That's great. I could Claymore missile them. They have 4 HP left, so it's not really worth it. Let's hold on for a second. See if the heavy iron comes back in time. They do have their storm cannon back up now, which is a bit worrying. All clear. There's actually an enemy fleshling there. Just deal with that one for me, please. Just teleport away. Oh, the fleshlings teleport around our ship. Weird. Back home. Ion is getting there, but probably not in time. I'm going to fire a missile. I have the resources for it. Let's hit their weapons. Bonk. There you go. We're safe again. Just in time. I could have just soul speared them. Well, it's 6 and 2 3s. Thanks, pal. And game over. More munitions than we fired. Who needs a bit of healing? You do, and you do. As well as you, but that's less of a priority. Ooh, okay, you're already full HP, so just leave. The husks have so little to start with, they get up there almost instantly. 110 HP Archmage, however, with quite a bit more assistance. Corrosive gases or not, I'll just hold on to our scrap until we get to the shaman. Hopefully there's some sort of psychic option that allows for boarding. It would be massively useful. You arrive in the midst of a rift storm. An outpost looms out from a turbulent murk as ionic bursts crackle around you, threatening to knock out key systems at an inopportune moment. Discover a small but thriving community within the battered walls of the outpost. Living out here is rough, but the storms bring in enough to keep us going. Another random shop. Okay, they have psychomancies. Mind Bolt, dealing crew damage. Purify, which is an incredible one, but I'd like to hold on to my scrap. I think it's good enough to justify just taking it. I don't need the other stuff. Commander gains plus 10 DPS for 30 seconds at the start of every fight. So for 30 seconds, you're an absolute unit and then drop off later. It's nice, but I don't think we need it. I'm going to buy Purify because it's so good. So I want Mind Bolt. 15 HP damage to hostile crew. Not really. I've already got Fear. I think we're okay. I'll visit a shipyard to fix the hull damage. I don't want to be spending scrap on it. Loadout. Who wants Purify? Probably someone who staves aboard ship. So not you. Let's put it to one of the Warseers. There we go. All those negative debuffs can be cancelled now. Vault I can't use. You're just teasing me now, Void War. A mysterious howl seems to sound from all directions as you find yourself under attack by a demonically possessed warship. Yay. Guns, 2 shots, and a beam. Beam's not really much of a problem, but obviously they're a headache, so we'll go ahead and take those out now. I could so easily punch my way through that with just our Archmage, but there's no way of getting over there. We're being hull breached, which is great. Someone go fix that quickly. Photon beam is nearly there. Now we're being slowed down as well. That's great. We've arrived. Good. Let's go. Shields. Down. Okay, what do I want to hit? Probably, again, these ones are the important ones. I don't care about your slow thing. But if I can hit it, I may as well. Yeah, sure. Missiles ready, but we don't need it. They're no threat to us in this state. The headache with this system as well. Keep getting these hull breaches popping in. I intend to heal these in the med bay, so I might as well just spam them onto it. The shields are already down, so I can just go straight to the photon beam. Genuinely impressive how long that ion stun lasts for. Another fusillade, interesting. Or 29 scrap. Do I rate the fusillade as a weapon? I can obviously fill it out. The problem is, even fully filled out, that's 2, 4, 5, 6. And it's, what, 6 shots of random scrap firing and then a beam. So you could use the fusillades to knock shields down and then beam through things. The beam's a bit weak is the problem. I don't really like the combination, all things said, so I'll just take the scrap and find a better weapon later. I know it's very good at knocking out shields, but we can do that effectively already. Lovely healing sound. Try again for something that allows us to actually, you know, board stuff. It is amusing to observe inexperienced crew panicking over hull breaches. Season 1 knows that fire is to choose whichever a starship faces. A Death Knight, okay. We have Mind Vault again, another Purify, Transfusion, that's not going to help me. So buying crew, I can't afford any of them. Death Knight would be fun, but they'd just be stuck on board our ship. There's nothing I can do here. Heal all allied crew in target room, automatically sacrifices Nihilist Thrall. Well, we don't have any Thralls, so I could just get another Purify. I don't think I need to stack them. No, none of those are needed. I can't afford any of those. Yeah, it's just bad. Well, I could buy a Mortician. But why? Summoning some... Oh, I can use Noxious Dead and then summon those in to try and have just some means of actually, you know, eliminating enemy crew. I could buy a Blood Golem. Raise Thrall, temporarily summon a Thrall in... Oh, nearby. That's the one where it just pops up next to him, not in the enemy ship, so it doesn't work. Another Soul Spear, but I can't afford it. If I want to actually boarding capacity, I'd have to use this one, and then use Rot Spawn specifically in the room I need to target. They're really weak and we'll lose every fight, but it gives me some chance of actually making use of all of these vaults that I've been missing. We've missed out on a huge amount of scrap throughout the campaign. You arrive to see a devastated planet in front of you. An Imperial flotilla is holding station in orbit, high over the smoking ruins of the surface colonies. Imperials warn you to halt your approach. One of them is particularly eager to enforce their policy and begins attacking you. They have a siege bombard, which is going to be constantly picking at me. There's a radium blast and a heat beam. Now, the bombard on its own is not a threat. It can't get through my shielding. But in combination with their weapons, it's annoying. So I'm going to hit these. Take their weapons out so they can't get through. If I had depowered a bunch of stuff, if I just took my engines off, I could charge the fusillade as well. Oh good, we're on fire. I trust you to put that out. We're on fire again. You can put that out. Oh, they're going to stop the soul spears with this thing. No, I got lucky with the angle. We're safe. Try lancing them. I'm going to lance away from this, as it means I hit their proper shielding and can ignore them. I miss. Brilliant. And then the fusillade's just going to try and fail to get through me. Photon's ready to go. I could use the fusillade to crack them, and then maybe the photon gets through. I might have no dodge chance currently. Does that get through the shields? It does, yes, but that's still active. So I have to avoid this section as he's currently being protected by you, but I can do that instead. Could I clip that without being caught, do you think? I don't know. I don't even know how that would work. Would we just hit the shields and do nothing? Let's just do this. Play it safe. Oh, it actually comes... Annoyingly, you were in the way. Fine. We disabled the weapons, which is what I care about. And stunned them as well. Cute. You can't get through, try as you might. Ion's back again. I'll wait just a second. We'll be set on fire. Thank you. There's a fire in there. How do I vent the oxygen in that room? By doing this, this, and this. Okay, and then just about ready to go. Can't believe... How long... Is that continuous? It never wears off. That full psychic power. It's annoying. Missed again. So both heavy ion lances miss. Brilliant. Have to do it the old-fashioned way. So with this. And then photon beaming through again. They can fire some soul spears into their weapons so they can't hit me. They might be blocked by that shield, so just depends how lucky we are with the angle. That no longer serves any function, so let's just put our engines on. Boop, boop. Weapons off. I wait for what? Another Fusillade photon beam combo. And we're done. The other Imperial ships turn to angle their guns at you, but rigidly hold their positions. You disengage before they receive any orders to pursue. Okay, I'm definitely not going for the major threat. There is no way I can beat it with this build. It's awful. I just can't get through their systems effectively. So if I was firing the missile as well, use that to take down shields and then beam and fusillade targets. Rather than fighting the... Basically, instead of accidentally crew killing them, I go for the ship crew. I'm tempted because I'm not able to get any value out of the ruins. I'd have to be constantly throwing Noxious Dead, and it takes 40-second cooldown. It'll take a million years to get there, so I think it's worth a try. If this ends the run, fine, it's a terrible run. I'll just reset it and try again. RNG has not gone our way this time, I'm afraid. You detect a derelict ship of unknown origin drifting through a field of debris. Parts of the ship seem damaged and strange tendrils cover its hull. As you approach, you realise that the tendrils are flesh. Some of the larger breaches in the ship hull have been covered with an organic, cartilage-like material. Your sensors return multiple subspace anomalies, confirming that this is a supernaturally corrupted starship. However, it is strangely inert. Investigate, attack it, or salvage. Attack it. Blow up the ship. You launch a surprise attack on the demon vessel. I don't trust you at all. They are pretty weak. They can just about get through my shield, so... I mean, between the siege beam and that, it's actually an annoying weapon combo, so let's get rid of... Both into weapons is sensible on this occasion. I'm not charging my ion. Let's do that now. Oh, I get a jump on them as well, so I can fire immediately. Great. Let's hit their shields. Whoosh. Shields down, and then beam and fusillade. So what the heart is always the target, then they can't do anything. Fusillade dead center. When I have the charge immediately, it's pretty easy. That fleshling will lose, but how brave do I feel? 3 to 5. I can't really get anyone over there to help unless you sprint over. I know we're low, but we should be okay. We're alright. Phew. What am I waiting for now? 2 soul spears to fire and we're done. Done. Extra scrap, hungering reagents, and even more scrap. Good. Return. I'm going to heal you now as you're rather peaky. Loadouts. These summon... Ritual to summon a Hungerer. That's nice. You have spare tool slots. You have one. Why not? You have one. I should probably actually have you man a system. Currently you're doing nothing. And then why do I have no engines? Because I have no power to run them. So yeah, it probably makes a lot of sense to, actually fix that before I jump again. What do I need? I need more power if I want to run all my systems. I think that's a no-brainer. And I need an extra one for the Claymore. I will do that. That's everything running. For the ship, the next upgrade should probably be... I mean, that's so cheap to upgrade engines, and they do a wonder for extra evasion chance. I was considering a 3rd tier of shields, but I can't get there. But leaving engines that low is embarrassing. You can keep dodging stuff. It's a lot of value. Okay, Warp. I'm going to move to there. I just don't... There's no point in going to the ruins. You materialize in real space perilously close to an intense star. Intruder alarms are blaring. 2 Conquerors, a Greater Warseer, and a Gladiatrix. Where are they? Okay, there's one on top of me. You're going to lose that fight badly, so time to go. You have somewhat of an even matchup, but it's not quite a win. How long does it take to summon these? Charge time 10 seconds. It's really not worth it. So these 2 will defeat that one. My doors are disabled, sadly, because they boarded in that room. So we're going to have to send someone to help you, which is the Enforcer. And that leaves you there doing nothing, punching my medbay. I don't really have anyone left over to fight them, sadly. The Mortician... I think the Mortician and the Blightling could do it. I don't want the Blightling taking the DPS, so I'll move you in second. Okay, now that's a bunch of wins everywhere, I believe. Oh, they summoned in a a hound, so that no longer works. Right. But in fact, if I just press heal, maybe that buys me a bit of time, DPS-wise. It does. Nice. You're going to rush over and swap out with little fleshling, because you can do far more work here. Somehow you're not actually killing this in time, because our DPS is lower than theirs. I think you need to run. You move. You leave. This one we will defeat at least. Oh, they're reducing our DPS. Ouch, no wonder they're so tough. Dark Matter Prism and Assault Shield. And we're about to be set on fire for our trouble. I got there in time. Okay, stop. If I pause now and then jump, we won't have any fires on board. I have to go into the battle really low, which is a shame. There's nothing I can do about that. Upgrades with 14 scrap is not possible, so just load out. Teleport self and nearby allied crew to target room. Great. It's a one-use tool, so it's not really a solution to our lack of teleporting. Who wants the assault shield? Well, no one can really use it to actually fight, so it's kind of worthless. I think it's a slightly better version of the... yeah, the tactical ballistic shield, so just give it to the one guy who can take the slot. Really struggling for tool options with this gang. Oh, you can use one. You would benefit from it a lot more. Trade these out, actually. So you have a combat shield. Reagents. There you go, you're a lot tougher now. Jump to the major threat. I guess I could heal everyone immediately to prevent too much damage. I think I'm better off just doing pure range to get them. You path across something ancient and pulsing, not dead, not quite alive. Your instruments twitch. The void has grown a tongue. A lifeless meat puppet flashes erratically on your view screen. Body fused with what used to be a command throne. It does not speak. Power your weapon to prepare to engage the monstrosity. Okay, they're ready to go. Their weapons are... missile with subspace warhead, 3-shot burst, 2-shot volley of high-yield projectiles, and fires a spread of subspace. They're basically a lot of guns. I need to hit all of that stuff. I think the beam, if I'm lucky, can hit 2, and then I have to leave 1. And then the missile can take care of 1. Drain strength. Well, we're not going to be fighting you, so don't worry about it. Well, I could try and snatch the vault with animating dead into that room. Currently not manning my system, so might as well just throw it now. Deployed all their weapons. Congratulations, you've drained the strength of a husk. How intimidating. They have a million different possessed enforcers shielding an area. Okay, well, I'll just ignore that zone and shoot this instead. They're also going to throw a fiend at me, and their own soul spear doing 1 damage. Annoying, but I can't stop it. What do you want to hit? My shields? That's annoying. I'm going to need those later. Fix that quickly, please. There go the dead. The lance is ready, so let's hit there. I just press... oh, what is that? They have the shield charger on, so I can't even get through. I have to wait. Can I get that before they stop me? Yes, I can. We now have a macro devastator. Well, that's our weapon problem solved. We have the strongest laser weapon in the game. I'm waiting for charges. How do I get through that annoying... I don't get through that shield is the problem. They're hard stopping me from engaging them effectively. And because I'm missing... oh, they do way more damage than I thought they would. Ow, ow, ow. Get the shields up, please, quickly. There we go. Yeah, poison everywhere, which is nice, but while that shield charger is active, I can't do anything. I just bounce off. Well, if I do ion them, does that just knock... I don't know how that works. Does ioning the shields mean the charger is irrelevant? Well, it's off now, so I can't test it, but yeah, maybe. It lands, but doesn't hit the shields. The ion lance seems to have passed through the shielding and hit this weapon system in particular. Okay. Fine, I'll just fusillade to get through the shields then, and then missile another weapon system. That one's going to fire before I can stop it, so let's hit a different one. You're fighting a fiend and will win, that's okay. And if the shields do go down, I can throw a photon. You run to theirs, you're about to get ghouled. It's kind of annoying. You go fight them. Yeah, ghouls are fairly low tier, but still a problem when you're, don't have any HP yourself. Go help with that. Oh, their shields are down. I'm not paying attention. I can only hit the 2 as I was afraid, so I'm going to have to do maybe... They've still got their annoying shield thing on, so don't let them stop you. Yeah, it's not... The game is just designed so I can't get all 3 of them in one beam. I think they knew exactly what they were doing when they made that. So what do I want to hit? Missiles with subspace warheads, 3-shot burst gun, 2-shot volley with high yield projectiles, or I don't know what a subspace projectile is, to be honest. The 3-shot volley is the one that hurts, I guess, so maybe that's the priority. Have to hit either this or this. I can't reach their shields because they're currently defending them very well, so those 4. Maybe the piloting would be better. I can't reach it, so who cares? Just do these 4. Decent. Bit of damage to weapons and some hull damage. But I think I fired the missile at that one, so that was a bit redundant. Bunch of fighting on board. Who's dying? The Husk is dying and is not going to survive this, so I need to run. I'm going to use the med bay. Suppose I could run you over there to try and help. Are you even going to escape the room? Just about. Nope, I'm lying. And who else is now? This Enforcer's now going down versus a Crawler. That's embarrassing. Please defeat the Crawler. I think I'll kill what's on the ship at least just. Yeah, it's going to be tight. But freed the command throne. Their weapons are charging again. I can't stop them. Oh, good. Now my strength's drained. You go finish it then. Okay, return to stations. Just trying to do hull damage rather than like ship-to-ship combat. Sorry, personal combat. Who needs healing badly? I could heal both War Seers. In fact, what I should be doing is throwing Soul Spears out. I was fighting a second ago, so I suppose it makes sense why I wasn't. You're ready. Technically, I would have enough power to actually use the Macro Devastator, but I can't get through their shielding, so it's daft. Wait for the full combo, I would think. The shields are very well covered, so it's kind of pointless. You go fix this for me. We're currently not fixing it. There goes the shield charger again. I'm about to be slapped by all the shots. I can't stop that either. The missile is ready. I might as well fire this before they hit me. It will pass through the shield, so disregard and take out weapons. I can't lance, but give me 2 seconds and it'll get there. Come on, charge. Are you serious? It won't get there in time. I got the Soul Spear off before they stopped me. That's nice. This is now ready. Shall I test how this works? If I put this into... I should probably play it safe and just disable a weapon system. I think the missile just went straight into that stupid shield and bounced off, so I did nothing. Some damage, but not enough. I would be able to hit them with the beam, but they're charging super fast, so just do this. Yeah, I mean, I got 1 point of damage before it instantly fixed itself. I think I slowly lose this fight. I might just fight to the end and then reset the run because it was so awful. I'm willing to play this one again. Oh, my life support's down as well. That's cheery. Can I summon? Yeah, I'll just summon something at them to be annoying. Take that. Waiting for weapons. This is disabled, so it's pointless. I can't... Fusilade's ready to go, but has no backup, so leave it. Missile can keep firing. And by the time that charges, the Fusilade will hit, so we might as well try. And they're down as well, so hit this, this, and this. Can I really not hit all 4? Of course I can. I can hit their piloting as well, but that's not necessary. Those ones. Okay, return to stations. We are there. We're getting through their HP. They're getting through mine. It's a bit of a push. Change strength. No more lancing though, so we're going to slow down our DPS a bit. And, you know, they're still missiling me. Oh, one of my guys were just teleported onto their ship. That's cute. Get back here immediately. Someone please fix life support. I need that. Don't think I need sensors particularly. Just go do that. Fusillade ready, but nothing to back it up. Give it a second. Fusillade away from all their annoying stuff. And then, hang on. I'm going to fire the photon beam first. See what I can damage before I make a decision. Okay. Same thing. Managed to... It's random, it seems, where that actually winds up. I end up wasting a lot of time. 3-shot burst is that one, so missile this. This one's going to hurt, I suspect. Yeah, breach, dead, ow, ow, ow. I don't need to fix those rooms, so I'm going to ignore them. How far are we through? These have actually been a bigger headache than anything. Maybe I'll just use a Fusillade just to try and crack those, so they stop eating my important attacks. All their systems up, despite the fact I just shot them. Great. I think I got a few of them down at least, and the shield charge is up, so I can't do anything. Oh, That one at least misses this turn. Let's hit this. Feel the string of unseen energies. Demon heart spawned, enemy systems repaired, and enemy crew reinforced. They have even more of them. There's a demon heart to repair stuff, and so that is the second wave. But if you don't actually kill the crew and let them do it the old-fashioned way, it happens like that. Again, fusillade through and get ready to photon beam. Fusillades away. Give it a second. Oh, we're about to be hit. There we go. That's better. Oh, one more decent attack. I can actually get them. If my ship lasts that long, it's somewhat kind of questionable at this point. How do I stop this? You have no HP left, so I think it's time for you to run. Go heal. Purify doesn't help me. Oh, I could just soul spear them when I've got it. I don't think I've been using the soul spears very consistently. Depends where all of this stuff spawns. If it's on top of me, there you go, the soul spear just got cancelled, so that's now pointless. Loads of ghouls on board. You're going to have to go punch them for me. They're in my weapon system as well, so if they knock that out, I've instantly lost. Don't know if I can rush over in that time to even stop them. Fleshling, go distract them. Who's dying? Everyone everywhere. Heal. Suppose I can always try firing a missile if I have that in time. Just buying time until the friend gets there. You're going to lose to a couple skeletons. That sucks. Get out of the room. The weapon system did go down, which means I can't do anything except potentially fire a missile at them. Wow, he just wiped out the whole room because he does 10 damage to anything on hit, of course. And last missile, let's see if I can hit this. I have a 30% chance to dodge this, and then I just lose if they do. I'm not going to have enough time to do anything else. So I can try fixing the weapon system desperately and give myself an extra shot. Here we go. Hey, we did it. Still fighting on here. Give me strength. Run away. 90 scrap. Yep. Devour. Vanquish the giant necrophage. And a second reward. Chaotic Rift. Teleport all crew in target room to random rooms on opposing ship. DPS and TPS to all demonic units, which we don't have. So yeah, that one that I've been waiting for the whole time. There you go. We managed to make it through with 4 HP left on ship. That's great. Guess I'll continue limping through this campaign. Yeah, I did kind of throw it all away. I was hell-bent on defeating the necrophage. Any day now, guys. You could be helping with that. Do I fix these? I guess I have to try. What's next if I do jump? A relative position of safety. Go get a bit of healing. Sadly, it's not going to let me use the medbay, but that's fine. Raider Clan Worlds or Techno-Cult Sector? I guess the Techno-Cult ones have me fighting enemy ships, whereas this is borders. I suppose I prefer the Raider Clan Worlds, or that does force me back into an exclusion zone. Oh, that's fine. Arrive at the Great Clan Worlds, fabled home of the Corsair Lords. Its existence is known only to a select few. Fewer still are those who learned its location and live to tell the tale. Okay, we'll do some healing now. You, and I'll cycle guys in and out. Well, he's basically full HP already. The husks are less important, but I might as well give them a chance. He's pretty much already full HP. That's good enough. Get out. Trade in. You're pretty much done as well. Out, trade in. You're basically finished as well. Out and in. And then you're done. Trade up there. That's pretty good. Bit of min-maxing. Someone's going to have to go fix this now. The husks would be good because they have the HP to spare and I don't use it for combat. You as well. I need to fix this quite quickly. Should I try for the other one? I think so. Let that fill in first. I know. There we go. Made it. Should I man the missiles instead of sensors? Possibly. If I need extra sensors, I can move over. Right, warping, what do we got? Missiles, I'm okay. Weapons, I'm probably okay. Psychomancies, good point, I never actually assigned these. Can teleport all crew in target room to random rooms on opposing ship. Well, if I just use that with you... Hooray, I still can't use it to really pick up vaults, but at least I have some sort of boarding option now. And then another one of these. I guess I could just assign it to one of the spare slots here. Do I need two? That's kind of pointless, really. There's not really much merit in using two, to be honest. Which way do we go? Do I need weapons? Not with the macro devastator. I can use that. It's a fairly effective combo because I can use fusillades to get down. All you need to do is reduce shields, and then the macro devastator takes care of the rest. So just find some way of hacking through enemy shielding. The lance is okay at that. Problem is I can't actually use this weapon combination. The photon beam is irrelevant as it's outclassed by just having the devastator. You don't need two beam weapons unless you had enough anti-shield options to make that work, which we do not. So 2 more tiers of this allow me to activate that, and I use that instead of that. How much does it cost? It would set us back 165 just to get there. That's not possible yet. So we'll leave that on for now. Alternatively, shielding, 100 to get to the 3rd tier, and then 50 scrap there. Probably a better idea. I'll save for that. Where's the nearest shipyard? Nowhere. Yeah, I just headed to there. I'll skip these because I don't need them. Although that would be nice. I could go see if there's any good psychomancies available and head down. There you go. We've immediately found our hull. Or a special thing. You drop in at the next jump point and are confronted by a pirate vessel. Their ship appears to be loaded with cargo collected from their former victims. They have a one-shot putrefactor and an energy beam. And that is it. They are no threat whatsoever. So I can take this nice and slow. See if I can snatch the vault. Ideally, I'll do a little bit of damage to them to lure them out of the room. And then summon the rot spawn. If I summon the rot spawn in now, they'll all die and they won't secure it. I need them out of the way for just a moment to punch through. Let's wait for some stuff to charge. If I just fusillade them, maybe that works. Or just ioning their shields. Miss. Brilliant start. Try this. So if this is going to work, I have to hedge my bets and try it now. Oh, they stepped out already. That's great. No hits. Great. Okay, well, I'll do this anyway. That lures them all up here to fix stuff. There you go. They're all going to leave now. And they're stunned as well. I could have timed that better. There's a long charge time. If I use the stun intentionally to lock them out and then summon these, that maybe would have worked. So we'll get there and immediately get jumped on by superior enemies we can't beat in the fight. That's great. Alright, a long way around. I could teleport you onto the ship, but that seems kind of risky. Just throw myself on board. I can't defeat all of that in a fight, though. So yeah, the sensible way, I'm going to let that recharge, do it again, and stun them all, so then when I summon the rot spawn in there, at the right time I can grab it and leave. So for that to work, I have to wait for this to fully charge first. Tick, tick, tick. Okay, I'm going to start doing it now. It's slow. Let's heavy ion lance the shields. Think, okay. And the photon beam, well, ideally I can catch him as well. I don't want to put it through there as it'll damage the system, which is a disaster, so maybe I could lure them over by fusillading it. That won't kill them and will hopefully pull him out of the way. And the shields are down long enough for this to work. Yeah, that's okay. All 3 missed. Typical. I could try soul spearing them to pull them that way. That won't kill them, which is good. Oh, but they're about to summon, so I need to do this now. Annoying. Yeah, they'll go first, which is a headache. I can't use it in there, so I can only stun these 2. It isn't. Just leave it. This attempt did not work. Synergies didn't work. They're in the wrong room. And now at last those discharge. Brilliant. Too late. Kind of have to be careful of their ship HP now. They'll actually run out at this rate. No more heavy ion. Don't want to hit them with the thing. If I just keep summoning in rot spawn, they'll eventually die to poison. Takes forever though. Come on. There's nothing else I can do. Don't want to fusillade them really. They have 4 pips of shield HP left. Suppose I could try one more with the fusillade combo. So they're going to go. Let's try now. See what we do. There, we finally did. They're leaving, which is good. But I do need to be picky with my stunning hit. Okay, I can't actually stun them because the shields have come back up. So I would usually just put that through there. Just going to have to hope they grab it before they stop them. 57 scrap, but then we don't get the reward. Or the vault, so it's not worth it. I assume I'm actually going to get it here. I'm being optimistic. Hey, got it. 32 scrap, and then I get to blow up the ship, so it is worth more in the end. It's 32 plus however much this nets us. $32 plus 27 and 3 munitions is better. Never accept surrenders, always blow people up. I think I'll now take the extra 2 of shields. Nice and safe from our little energy bubble. You encounter a raider vessel under attack by an Imperial patrol ship. We should always attack, even I know they're technically on our side, but I need your delicious meat bits. They've got a lot of shielding, so I'm going to turn their shielding off. Guns wise, yeah, they are a threat, so, and they have that as well, which is annoying. That was too early. Whoopsie doodle. Okay, what I'll do then is I'll soul spear certain key systems. Siege beam is annoying, where it's just constantly laser beaming me, but if I take these out, it can't actually do anything. It's good to spread their attentions. I'll throw in some zombies to distract them. The Brink. Okay. And the guns. I should be... I think they're discordant enough in their fire rates that they're not going to reach us. You're ready to hit what? This, and then photon beam now. As much as possible. No stuns, but whatever. Now they're wasting their time not healing the ship by coming to fight us. All the poison, thank you. We're not wasting claymores with this. Oh, they've decluttered their ship. Very healthy one, admittedly. See if I can hit both shields and weapons. Yes, I can. Good. Perfect. And then wait a bit. Soul spears, that will solve it. Actual DPS of those greater warseers isn't bad. They fire faster than you'd think. Oh, for an auto-targeting attack, it's pretty nice. Fiendish reagents or scrap. I just need scrap really badly. The raiders the Imperials were after are nowhere to be found. They must have taken the opportunity to escape during your engagement. Not a bad decision, let's be real. Again, I'm not actually using my medbay correctly. I should heal this each jump. You encounter a damaged death cult vessel. They begin powering their weapons. Again, I'll actually wait for these to charge this time, but the soul spears go now. Into what? 4 shots, 3 shots. There's a horrendously threatening weapon system array. Let's take that out. We've been drained, great. And we've been drained, so no soul spears. They perfectly counter-targeted us. And what looks like a million casters about to come hit us. That's nice. I should probably just eye on their weapons then, as they can't really risk them hitting me with all of that. Even that will probably get through me. Fusillade will then have to take care of their shielding, which allows the beam weapon to do its job. Probably shields and weapons there. I'll do. Summon Hungerer where? Into the medbay. It's not a brilliant choice. I won't move you out of piloting yet, as I want to dodge one attack would be good. Not a single dodge, typical. Here comes the undead, just to rub it in. In the room I was trying to be in, that's great. And we're all slowed down, so it's a pain in the neck to get down there. Purify. There you go, now we're fine. Should have used that earlier. Do I just fire a missile to end this immediately, not take any damage? I'm relatively safe from incoming fire, so I think not. Oh, how many dead? They just reanimated all the corpses everywhere. And my best combatant's currently doing nothing. Excellent. Well, if he gets 1 kill, they'll all explode in the room he's in and solve the problem. Come on, go down. Splat. you're about to die. Time to go. Good lord, there are a lot of them. Go into there and wipe them instantly, please. Head over here. Photon is nearly ready. So ion their shields. Come on, Lance. There we go. Land, and then game over. So all those shots fired should now automatically miss. I still have these running around all over the place. Oh, wow, I didn't realize how low my HP dropped because they were punching internal systems. Scrapping munitions. Stand around and fix things. Yeah, I think I desperately need to just heal now. There's nothing else. We need some healing. You do, and you do. So you could use a tiny bit. This one's done already. Hot swap in. You're basically good to go. We get, what, 15% back per jump? So 15% of 110. So 11, then 5.5. 16.5. Close enough. How far am I away from something that fixes us all the way down there? I have to keep limping my way through. Don't take any damage under any circumstance. We'll be fine. I say as I encounter a missile that can actually go through me immediately. You are confronted by a raider warship. Their cargo hold appears to be full, but what does not stop them from wanting to plunder more ships? Right. So, ioning. They've got a bunch of weapon systems. I could ion their shields. I really need to stop that as a priority. I'm going to throw a soul spear at it. It's only got the 1 power, so that should knock it out. And then here they've got a siege bombard. That is an insanely well armoured ship. Armed rather. Yeah, 2 shots. Their guns can just about threaten me if all of those hit and then the energy beam hits me. That's synergized with the siege bombard. There's very good odds of them actually getting through me. So here, and I might as well throw some dead to try and grab the vault. Should I tell her I could throw myself into this one and then press fear? That will scare the pants off of them and let me just run around. Let's see if this combo works. I'll teleport in. Hello. And then I immediately just fear them once they come and try fighting me. You're all afraid now. No, it's only the one in base contact with you, so I need to wait for more guys to actually walk in for that to work. Fine. Really, I'm just there to distract them until the zombies get there to secure the vault. Waiting for weapon charge. Not there yet. Okay, that's their nasty stuff off, which is good. Zombies away. They're going to run around and fix things. They're nearly ready. Give it a second. I think I'll just about defeat the commandos. Vault secured. Scrap metal. Should I just come home now? There's not really much value in being over there anymore. Nearly ready with this. They've mistimed their shots. Okay, disable the shields. 0% dodge chance. This works. And with shields disabled, I'll just hit everything. Thump, shields down, and then hit all the important bits. Guess if I hit them in particular, I'll get stunned as well, which is good. There we go, now we got them. Purify. It doesn't actually heal me, but it's nice. I like the feeling. I want to fix the bombard in particular. Okay, well, just allows the beam to run through the whole ship free of charge. 30 scrap. Not bad. Do I guess I could just save for the shop. I'm about to get there. Didn't go for that. Lets me repair some things at the shop. There is nothing here. You continue making your way through Corsair controlled space. Great. I've seen the aftermath of Chromic and Empire clashes, the shattered fleets, the burning wrecks, the determination to resist trade. The Penetrator. I'm fine on guns. I actually want to sell some if I had a choice. Modules, Demon Unit HP, Friendly Crew fire 3 missiles at random enemy systems upon activating consumable. If I had a bunch, that would be useful. Or Carnage Optics, crew weapons deal 15 damage. Nice, but I'm not going for crew kills here. It's purely a ship-to-ship damage kind of run. Emergency healing is good. Antidote for poison. I have Purify, so it's kind of better. They're pretty good though for their cost, so why not? Just have one of the healers there have emergency heals on hand. Another Fusillade one. Would that be better or worse than one of these? It takes 2 power. I I could swap the photon beam for a fusillade again, and I could try and equip the macro devastator. It's a better end stage build. Problem is I can't really make use of it now. It's a headache. What would I use? I want to equip that. Because you could run it like this, where you just fire the heavy ion into a given target, disable the shields, and then run a super laser through them. Yeah, 3 damage per room, just destroy everything you touch. I think this is an obvious, awful build, because eventually you'll run out of lances, in which case you want to exchange the photon beam with another fusillade, so you use these two, double fusillade, to knock out enemy shields, which then lets you continue to spam the macro devastator through them. That build is the max 8 of 8 power in weapon systems, though, which is a bit excessive. It's very expensive. I can't actually get it running until later. Could I make it work with this? No, because I can't get through shields. I'd have to fire the Claymore missile into their shields over and over again just to get through. While I have you. Well, I want heal up to like 20, and then I can get 10 at the shipyard for free, so I'll stop there. Do I use these power 2? No, not on the beam. Number of shots 1. Shield pierce, so you could theoretically hit shields with that, but it's not as good. Yeah, the fusillades are actually really... I should have probably not thrown away that fusillade I found earlier. Could have just left it in storage and then swapped it out as a combo. If you're pulling your hair out looking at me do that, I now know. Just a bit too slow. I don't think this weapon combo works. I can hold on to it for now, and then surely I'll get 1 extra weapon later to replace things with, so just keep the scrap. Yeah, I don't need any of these. It's too much to spend on something I threw away earlier. Transport vessel, excellent. They have goodies. Yay! Encounter a death cult hauler, it may be transporting valuable cargo. Their ship doesn't threaten me in any way, shape or form, so just chill out. What I can maybe do is stun them and then teleport in with the Archmage. That's an easier way of doing it. So I'll wait for the shield popper to charge. Bum bum, I have shields. Ha ha ha. Shields disabled. Can we stun them? Stunned. Great. Let's teleport in. We arrive there. Oh, he's not stunned. Blast. I was hoping he'd be okay to punch through. Well, I could just try again in a second. He's just going to run around chasing me, isn't he? Yeah, there's nothing I can do to get away from him. Get off me. No, this doesn't work, I'm afraid. Shame. I could actually wait for them to get into the room and then fear them. There you go. Ooh, scary. And then you get the... There we go. Now it works. And then leave. I don't feel like taking any more damage. Well, that fear lasted like 2 seconds. Oh no, they're still feared. They're still running around like headless chickens. Now we wait. And what am I waiting for? Just fusillade them. Why not Soul Spear to end this? Whoosh. Yeah, bizarrely, the latter half of these runs actually gets easier because you kind of deck your ship out with the min-maxed options and then things can't bother you as much. Or scrap, hurrah. Nearly there to full heal. And then which way do I want to go? Probably to the mercenary broker. I desperately need more crew. We're way behind the curve on actual crew numbers at this stage. I have been losing some throughout, so kind of my fault. Encounter a raider ship, but it jumps out before you can approach. Nothing going on. Heal to full strength now. Yeah, from the abyss, we claw our way back. Just head this way. You notice a few Corsair vessels at the edge of your sensor range. They fail to detect you as you move on. Why did you move on? Why not destroy them? You are hailed by a raider ship. Pay up if you want to make it out of here in one piece. No. I warned you. They have a missile that starts fires but does no damage. And many guns, enough to be a problem. So I'll take those out. And a siege bombard, so it's a pretty hefty vessel in terms of direct damage. Throw some zombies in to be rude about it. Brink. Fortunately, my weapon charge time is slower than theirs. But that does knock out a few of them, which is a good start. Hopefully they don't all synergize perfectly. The lance is nearly there. Hit their shields in a second. I'll just do it now. I hit the shields good. Fusillade them. I'm on fire. Vent that room. Ow, ow. Well, I was full HP for just a second there. Should I hit their missile thing first? Probably not. The bombard and weapons are more threatening. It just starts fires. Who cares? We do that and we're fine. I'm not wasting a missile into this. It's an easy win. Except for the fires, but don't worry about that. As we know, the ion is so strong it keeps it off even when I... So, there we go. Hey, the fusillade I missed earlier. There you go. The game just wants me to have one. I'm not turning it down this time. Thank you. Fix this hole. I can mix and match my weapon options as I see fit. Quick pit stop in the med bay for you. Ooh, whoop, done. Okay, so in terms of loadout, yeah, I have the extra gun. So I think my preferred build would probably be that. The ion's good for, like, if I really need to get through shields desperately in any particular moment, I can use that. If not, alternatively, I could try this. Against a boss, lance weapons like this with only 2 shots aren't great because they have so much HP. You need to be doing a lot of damage. So I purely use the fusillades just to hack through their shielding, and then these double laser beams just hit all their stuff. This may be an option. This is the full... I've never used the full 8 weapon system before, so curious to see how that pans out. Yeah, if I'm not using... Basically, I have no other systems on this one except the missile launcher, so we're very cheap in terms of other systems. I'll hold off on upgrades until I get to the mercenary broker, though, for the extra crew I desperately lack. We have a vault to contend with, okay. You take fire from an unidentified ship. You notice the strange energy coruscating across its hull and understand it to be under the control of an infernal intelligence. Being beamed. They have a big fusillade that fires 7 shots. Core blimey, I need to turn that off. And then a beam and a siege bombard. Well, as long as I stop those from shooting, the weapons don't actually matter. So, hit these. To secure that, what I think I can do is just teleport myself over. They'll run over to stop me. I'll fear them and then just grab it. After I do a bunch of damage. Well, let's just do it now. They have no doors. They do have a door system to stop me running around. Maybe I'll shoot that first so I can move with impunity, as I can't control the room I land in, which is a bit of a shame. There go the soul spears. Oh, boom. There you go. Okay, they still have the big nasty one up, which is kind of worrying. There's no extra immediate damage I can do to stop it firing. Has a long charge time though, so I should theoretically shoot these before it gets me. The lance is just about there. Hit their shields. Fusillade is ready. It missed. That's really unfortunate. Okay, the only way I can get through them now then is by doing this first. Fusillade them. May justify using a missile on this one. We're through. I can actually hit their heart, which is good, and the doors. Means I'm doing nothing to their weapons, which I think is a terrible idea. Far more important I stop them from hurting me. Like that. That's much better. There you go. The big one's offline. HP is low. If I can throw a soul spear perhaps into their doors, that would be good. Just some way of disable it so that I can run to where I need to get to. I don't have a huge amount of time. I could try the zombies first. If they grab it, great. Don't worry about it. Have another chance of hitting the shields with the lance in a moment. There go the zombies. Here comes a greater demon heart, so we have to will fight at our home. I think that will probably do it. Yes, I got it. Fire suit and scrap metal. Now I can just blow them up at our impunity. Lance the shields in a second. Where's their spawn coming in? There we go. Fusillade. Well, there are 5 pips left. Can I hit 5 rooms? Yeah, like that. Hello, little demons. We are a demon puncher, so this is pretty easy. And then even more scrap. Thanks for trying, guys. I appreciate the effort. Never actually equipped the HP thing. It's not really that useful right now. Immunity to fire armor. Does anyone need armor? No, 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 no. No, we never picked up a single weapon in the campaign. I just desperately need some sort of weaponry. You detect a pair of cult transports breaking formation from a greater Ariokine fleet. As they stray from the protective cluster, you contemplate seizing the opportunity to launch an attack. Attack the one carrying a prisoner, attack the one carrying cult members. Can I have the prisoner? Yep, they have a whole bunch of stuff. What on earth are these? Thrall pits. Construct blood thralls. That's nice. A 3-shot gun, a 2-shot gun, and a 1-shot gun, so the guns are threatening. And the terror amplifier constantly stun spamming me. Let's see where it lands first. I'm going to dodge with these two, because I want them to fire soul spears. See where it hits. Into your room, that's fine. Now I can soul spear them. Just weapons, weapons. Stun that all you want, I don't care. I can't see what's going on, so let's move you over to the sensors. There go the soul spears. Wait for our real guns to charge. There you go. They're now not a threat. No, they are actually. With all those put together, they can. Thinking about the magnetic pulse, it doesn't actually do damage. Just stuns you. This is ready. Let's go shield busting. It is there. We have a thrall. We're stronger than the thrall. By the time that gets there, this is ready to go. What do I want to hit now? Just anything. Dead center of the ship will do. Oh, I think I hit all the rooms there. That's good. That's very good. Lots of thralls popping in. You can go punch them. Oh, you kind of missed it there. That's more worrying for you. You're kind of weak. I'll just trade this out. Don't care what's their ship's no threat anymore. We're just dealing with these spawns. Hurry up and run around and hit things. I'd rather they not destroy systems, so that causes damage. Stop that from happening. And then he arrives, so you can then swap places to stop that one from happening. Okay, keep all the systems intact. Good. Just waiting to finish them off. Fuselade's ready to go. And photon beam. Done. Turn to stations. Intruder detected. You cover the stasis vault and find emerged a war cultist. Yeah, he immediately just trying to... Thing is, it depends on like what you're... I think if you were a war cultist, it would be a free crewman, but there's no way of knowing what you get. Sometimes they join your crew. Solid attempt there, Sunshine. Having the combat commander being the pilot is not necessarily the best move. In fact, I should probably have swapped that out a long time ago. You never really want piloting to stop as you eliminate your dodge chance. A small fleet of Corsair vessels speed by and initiate subspace translation at the jump node. You intercept a few fragmentary transmeshal in trouble off the one on that one underboss. Could have healed, but we're busy. Okay, you arrive to find a raider ship accosting a transport. The transport hails you. Help, they want to enslave my entire crew. I've done the fancy weapon one before, but sometimes they give up without a fight. I'd rather assist them and actually have the battle and get scrap. Fire a salvo at the raider ship. The raider ship hails you. Trying to play the hero? We'll see about that. They immediately fire upon the transport ship and blast it to pieces. Okay, well, we can't get the transport ship saved, but we can at least take our vengeance on their wretched hide. Soul spears, their guns are pretty threatening, so that's the priority. They also have a Shiv missile, which is annoying as well. I'll have to turn that off. Throw some zombies in there. Very limited crew, interestingly. I could... Actually, this might work. Let's Chaos Rift myself in there. They'll both probably come to fight me whenever room I'm in. I can then fear them, which means they in essence have no crew. Nothing stopping me from punching this into submission. Yeah, because it's only orange on the first hit, so I need to do more. They're still feared. We're still good to punch. They do get the missile away despite all that attempt to stop it. point of damage. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, that's down now. And the zombies are going to arrive. I'm going to recall you, so you've done your job. Don't know if I could have done any better to try and stop the missile hitting me. And then we get a double reward, so it's fantastic. Oh, we got the salvage from the wrecked transport vessel. So that's the best possible outcome. Have you ever heard of the Edge of Eternity? Legends whisper it is a phantom vessel, and those who encounter it are doomed to suffer gruesome deaths. Crew, please. Okay, it's mostly tools, but I can get a couple here. Conquerors are good. Last, buy some weapons. Hey, the heavy translocator. It's a tool slot, for which, again, remember, I have almost no one who can use those, but it would give me a boarding option. I think at this point I have to give up with boarding as a real, solution. I'm just not using it. Infiltrators can spam equipment instantly. I'll take the Conqueror because he's good in a fight. Decapitator's a fantastic weapon. Yeah, I just need more weapons. An emergency patch is great for the boss because we could just heal. Yeah, it becomes a DPS race where I can just get more health back. So I'll take these. And I have 2 medkits already. Don't need that. Don't need cryofoam. Do I buy one of these and equip you with a heavy translocator? To what end? I would use you as a boarder, but I don't have the strength necessary to engage in boarding shenanigans. I'm just thinking about the final boss. We're not going to be powerful enough to do that. So I just buy the crewmen for the sake of having crewmen. And they are cheap and useful, so yes. There you go. Massively improve our crew numbers there. Alright, who stands where? You're a combatant, just stand in the middle. You can man a thing, you can man a thing. And then you two get ready to... I guess you can board and punch stuff. I have weaponry as well. I have a decapitator. I think that goes to you as you're a fantastic warrior. There you go. And then you can take armor. Congrats, you're immune to fire as well. And then a weapon that lets you punch stuff that's kind of weak. If you're fighting anything small, that gives, so against the little adds the enemy spawn at the end, that makes sense. The tools, these are good because I can equip. I should probably take you off and use you on a genuine combatant. Hang on. You're more of a warrior, so I can give that to you. And I'll give you one of our tech. So yeah, you can repair. I'll give you the heal one. So they have shields, and then one heals, one repairs. Makes sense to me. I still have spare psychomancy. I don't need any more teleporting. It doesn't help me. Tools. I guess you can equip that in case it's somehow useful. Right. There we go. Okay, I think the next objective is to really upgrade the Macro Devastator. Arc Talons. Great. More weapons. The game heard I was lacking on weapons and just decided to hand them all over. Fantastic. A damaged war cult vessel is visible in the distance. In spite of its injuries, it does not hesitate to open fire at you. Thanks, guys. They have a Devastator beam, the smaller version of the Macro Devastator, but still pretty threatening. Just disable that for you. You don't really need a Devastator beam, do you? You weren't going to use that for anything? No. Oh, they're boarding us. Cute. I would have someone on door. I should probably change that around. So I have someone who doesn't, stop activating whenever I use an ability. Turning my doors off is an irritant. Weapons all ready. Shields. And then beam them. Game over. Scrap or a survivor engineer. He is nice, but that is a lot of scrap. I think I have enough crew. I'm not going to be boarding or fighting anything on the enemy ship. The crew are just to defend myself, so let's go with ship upgrades as a priority. The engineer is nice because he fixes stuff real good. I just don't have any means of... maybe I want... No, you're kind of an active piece because you run around and hit stuff. A Greater Warsaw being on this makes sense because I fire the Soul Spears immediately and then I don't care about dodge chance. That lowers temporarily because they're not going to have a chance to shoot at me. Same logic, I think... You're summoning demons. Maybe you should be on this. I temporarily disable my sensors while I charge the attack. I want that charging the whole time. I think I'll eventually get more crew later. That's just better. In terms of these, I'm actually going to move you two down because they have active abilities with these two, which I need to be more aggressive with. Like so. There you go. So the 2 warriors are down there if I need them. And then people who have active stuff are up here. Stargate is next. Shall I take the opportunity to upgrade a bit? It's really just trying to get to this. It's going to take a bit. Can't do it yet. I can do this. Not bad. If I disabled... I can trade the photon beam now for the devastator. And eventually I can use both once I get there. But for the moment that's okay. Approach the Stargate. Continue. Yeah, straight into the exclusion zone. No option. So we finally know what this run's going to look like. You arrive at the outskirts of an exclusion zone, a region of space demarcated by Imperial astrogation authorities as areas containing subspace anomalies of magnitudes greater than Class 6. That is a hell of a sentence. We need a comma in there. The path ahead is long and treacherous, but those who come ready may find great rewards. So yeah, it was meant to be a whole psychic power run. We have a bunch of psychers, but we are at the mercy of RNG. I can't quite theme runs with Void War, so we take what the game gives us. In this case, it's turned into a pure ship-to-ship combat run. I'm relying on blasting them apart with actual guns to win this fight. A little bit of supplementary psychic powers to help as well. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. I was really ready to give up with that halfway through this, but we've managed to claw it back. I'm quite happy. If you have any feedback for what I'm doing, I'm extremely confident I'm misplaying in some way, so kind of feedback in what I'm doing is appreciated. Or if you just want to chat with me and others, that's great too. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.